So we live in a continent where a lot of people crave for success, but deep down they don't want to do what they need to do, what they need to get done to be able to climb to that pedestal of becoming successful in certain aspect of their lives, especially financially. And so in this particular video, I'm going to share with you top secrets you need to know, understand, and practice as part of your life if you truly want to be responsible, significant, and feel fulfilled as a young person in Africa. So I remember about half a decade ago, I happened to chance on this particular book titled What Rich People Know and Desperately Want to Keep Secrets by Brian Cher. So this is a book that I recommend every young person to read. So there was a particular sentence in the introduction of this book that really, changed a lot of things for me. So there was a particular sentence that states that the rich are not 100% smarter than the poor. The rich know something that the poor doesn't know. And they do certain basic things that the poor, kind of refuse to do. And this particular sentence, ignites some power in me. It's made me sit down and ponder on it, trying to align my experiences to this particular, sentence. And everything was perfect. The rich are rich because they are doing things differently. They are doing some basic things in a way that is so different, and it's giving them the results that a poor can also have. So in this particular video, I'm going to share with you secrets you must know if you truly want to take your life to the next level and achieve something significant for yourself in the next 5, 10, 20 years to come. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to talk about is that if you truly want to become successful, if you truly want to become someone that people can point their fingers and say that because of this person my life changed, then you have to become someone who takes 100% responsibility for your life. We live in Africa where a lot of people try to blame other people for their own failures. We live in Africa where people want to pray their way out to become successful. We live in Africa where people want to receive credit alert for doing nothing. And so if you have this particular mindset, it's going to swerve you from the path of becoming successful and significant and fulfilled person. And so you need to understand that you must take 100% responsibility of your life. Grant Cardone once said something in his book 10X. It was stated in the book that success is your duty, obligation, and responsibility. And I say success is 100% your duty, 100% your responsibility, 100% your obligation. And the reason why you need to have this and adapt to this particular mindset and attitude as a young African is because that's your rich uncle, that rich person in your community owes you maybe absolutely nothing. And you can't blame him for not achieving certain things in your life. We've had enough of this already. We've had people who happen to say that, oh, I had this rich uncle, I had this rich auntie, but he or she refused to help me out to become somebody in my life. You have to understand that nobody really kind of owes you that. Like I said in one of my previous videos that you need to watch, I said that if someone tries to help you in any way, support you in any way, you have to consider it a bonus. You are supposed to do certain things that matters. That matters your future. That matters your dream life. Yourself. You must fight your way out to get those things. In assuming 100% responsibility, you need to have a purpose. You need to have a vision. Okay? You need to be driven by a purpose. You need to be driven by a vision. And in having this vision and purpose, you will come to sit down and have a plan to achieve this particular vision or dream. Okay? So when you have this plan written down, then it gives you the energy to take action. It gives you that inspiration, motivation to go out there and make things happen. And you have to understand that if you have a vision and you don't plan on it, it's going to be very hard for you to bring that vision to a fruition. Very hard to make that dream a reality. So you have to have that dream, that purpose, and that purpose has to be backed by a plan, a written plan, a clear written plan that you can follow and then make that dream happen. And when you have that dream and you have that plan, the next important thing you need to do is to take action. Take action. Execution is the main power. execution, there lies, the bridge between your dream, your goal, and actually accomplishing that particular goal. So you need to take action. You need to execute on your plans to make things happen. And there are some basic things you need to also understand. If you want to take full responsibility of your life, you have to understand that it's going to be very tough. And so you must have this tough skin to resist certain things. You must have, spirit of resiliency. You must understand that the road is going to be very, very rough, but the only thing that can keep you going is that dream and the aftermath of achieving that dream. The joy, the fulfillment, the fact that you would be in a position to help other people, especially those who matters to you, your parents, your siblings, your loved ones, if you have kids and wife or husband, or if you want to reach out to other people who you can be of help to. These are the things that are going to keep you going when things get tough on the road to become successful. Okay, and you must also take good care of your health, your mental health especially, and then try as much as possible to protect your peace of mind. Okay, and then make sure you are in good shape. You have your fitness, intact. And these are the things you need to be able to get closer to your dream. You need to understand that it is important to take absolute responsibility of your life. There are a lot of things people don't know. I happen to read law in my, 4-year degree program. And when you read certain portion of the Rules Act, especially if you are in Ghana, it makes it clear to you that if you are 18 years and above, your parents could decide not to give any of their properties to you. And you can't do anything about it because clearly those things they have achieved, those properties they have is for them, not for you. Okay, so this is the first thing you need to know. If you truly desire to achieve something significant, become a person of influence and impact, become someone that people can look up to, become someone whose life is going to be of impact to other people, someone who wants to live a significant, fulfilled life, you need to take absolute responsibility of your life. And you have to understand that by default, God's not going to lower his standards just to accommodate your irresponsibility. So you must be responsible and then pray to God to help you on your journey to become successful. And I believe that if you follow suit, it's going to go a long way to help you, because this is what I've done almost a decade of my life, taking absolute responsibility of my life. And it hasn't been easy, but it has been so much, great and fulfilling to me. So the second thing that we're going to talk about is you have no business of being lazy and giving excuses and blaming others and justifying your laziness and your irresponsibilities. We have a lot of youths in Africa, on our continent, who are so lazy to the point that they find it super difficult to take care of their own basic needs. And it is because they don't want to do anything for themselves, right? And you have to understand that no food for the lazy man, So if you're lazy, then you have to go to ants, learn 8 ways, and have some progress for your life. So you can't be lazy, you can't be idle, you can't go a day without having anything, purposeful doing to get closer to your greatest potential, your greatest dream in life. And you can't give excuses. The universally known trademark of failure is excuses, blaming others for your own responsibilities. So blaming others for your irresponsibilities is not going to get you anything. Justifying your irresponsibilities, justifying your laziness and your excuses are also not going to get you anywhere. The most important thing you need to understand is that it will take you to get to your greatest potential. So until you decide to work, nothing is going to work. Even if a pastor or whoever prophesied on your life that you're going to be great, and you don't start working to become great, nothing is going to work for you. So the prophecy itself will not work if you refuse to work. So you have to get something going on. As I discussed in the first point, there might be a dream, a purpose that is driving you each and every day. So you have to understand that, and you can't be lazy on the continent of Africa. You have to be willing to put in the effort for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, even 20 years of your life, pushing harder on something that you need to get it done before you leave this particular earth, if you truly want to become successful. Because we've had enough of people blaming their parents, their uncles for not helping them to become great. You need to get at work. You can't be lazy, you can't blame other people, and you can't justify your own laziness, your own responsibilities. It's not going to get you anywhere. So that is the second thing you need to also know. We live in an information age, a digital age, AI focused age, cryptocurrency age. And if you are not current, how would you be able to familiarize yourself with all of these things going on? How can you abreast yourself with information going on in this particular world? In the olden days, those who used to have farms, big farms, lands for that matter, were the richest people. Then it came to a time where people who were working in industries in the industrial age seem to be those who were having some significant amounts of money to take care of their families and stuff like that. Now what moved to technology age, where now people had to build websites, introduction of the internet and the whole of the other inventions. Doing business on the internet made it possible for a lot of people to become millionaires and even billionaires. You have to understand the dynamic of how wealth is being created. If you miss that, you're going to miss fortune in your life. We are in an age where you need to be digitally inclined, be current enough to have information in your arsenal to be able to access the tools, systems, and technologies that you have to leverage on to build something significant for yourself. We are now in an AI era where people are leveraging on AI to do amazing things on the internet, on social media, and these people are amassing great wealth for themselves. And also you need to be current when it comes to currency on its own. You see, we used to trade in barter. It came to some coins, it came to gold, silver era. Then there came fiat, which is the paper money. Then from that era, now we are in the cryptocurrency and Web3, right? So you have to be able to familiarize yourself with all these transformation which is happening in the world. If you fail to abreast yourself with information regarding this, then it's not going to make you current. And if you're not current, you're going to lose a lot of opportunities. If you're not current, you are going to lose a lot of opportunities. So you need to be super current. You need to be super smart when it comes to what's really happening in the world. And if you do, it's going to go a long way to help you. And this is the third point that I need you to know. Now, there is a level that you will need mentors. You will need good association, and I can't imagine the number of opportunities I have had because I was closer to some people. Investment opportunities from people that I happen to associate myself with. For more than half a decade ago, I have had investment opportunities from people, and it was because I happen to be close to them, and then I happen to be someone that has always shown interest in stuff like that. And because of that, they were able to help me out with those opportunities, and I was able to leverage on to make something for myself. And so the people that you surround yourself with matters. The good book even says bad association will corrupt good manners. And if you happen to be with 4 millionaires, the probability that you are going to be the 5th one is very high if you adapt and listen to the thing that they're going to say, because influence lies in association. And so the people that you associate yourself with matters a lot if you really want to do something significant in this particular world. You also need mentors in your life. It is part of the association. You need mentors who can train, who can hold your hands and install in you all their years of experience, what they've learned in that industry that you want to venture into. You have to understand that in everything you want to do, there is a hard way to do it. That is you trying to do everything just on your own without consulting anyone who has been in that particular field doing exceptionally very well. And also there is another part that you can just pay for the service of a coach, a consultant, or someone who understands and has been in the industry that you want to be in for some number of years and has track record, traction for the things he has achieved. And this person is going to hold your hands and put into your life their 5 years, 10 years, 2 years experience that when you hold on to and adapt, it's going to give you the results that they are having in that same industry. And so it is important to place so much priority on the need to have a mentor, a coach, and a consultant who knows what he's doing, so that you can actually cut certain mistakes and makes it possible for you to achieve your dreams in a more accurately speed way. Because someone who has been in an industry for 20 years to hold in your hands to also excel in that particular area, it might take like 3 to 5 years for you to accomplish a lot of things that a person has done. And so it's important to place a lot of priority on the need to have these people as part of your association. Now, the 5th thing that I want to hint on, I want to admonish my dear African youths to be very much concerned about, is being disciplined and consistent. You have to understand that no one ever achieves anything without being disciplined. And discipline has to do with doing what you are supposed to do, whether you feel like doing it or not. And if you're able to have this particular spirit of discipline, it is going to push you and go a long way to help you do a lot of things for yourself. And if you add consistency to this particular discipline, then you can actually do a lot for yourself. And being consistent has to do with you showing up each and every day on that particular thing that you are working on. You don't have to give an excuses like we've explained and then try to be irresponsible. You need to work harder on this each and every day to be able to achieve whatever that you have to or you need to achieve. And so there are a lot of people who start business, and then they try to showcase their products here and there, their services here and there. And as soon as people begin out to kind of show interest in whatever that they are selling, or people not, coming in for their services, they try to give up on that particular dream, not knowing that they need to be consistent and then try and find reasons why people are not coming to buy their product or service, and then see how best they can solve that particular problem that they are facing in their business. People don't want to be responsible, take responsibility for these basic things in their lives, and because of that, they end up achieving nothing. So if you don't want to be a man or a woman who has nothing to his name, then you need to be very disciplined on your dreams, your plans, and the things that you're doing. And you need to be very consistent and show up each and every day, because without that, it might be very hard for you to achieve something significant. Maybe you can have one or two successes, but then it might not really be the ultimate goal for that particular thing that you want to do. So dear friends, these are some of the basic things that I think if we focus on, it is going to go a long way to help us. Living in Africa is very difficult because we don't have the systems that support the dreams, the things we want to do. And so it is very easy for every youth to give up. Very easy. That is why we have a lot of adults and parents who are so irresponsible. They basically know nothing about life. It is because they give up. But then it is important for you to understand that we can continue to do the thing that our parents have been doing, that is giving them the results that they are having. We actually know what they are going through, and most of us don't like the thing that our parents have been going through. And so if we want to change the dynamic, we want to cause a sort of paradigm shift in certain aspects of our lives, especially financially, then it is important to understand that we would have to adapt to new, different ideas, different attitudes and beliefs to be able to make this happen. And your mindset plays a lot of role in this. And so this video is there to help you to become great as an African. I believe you love this, and if you do, please do subscribe to this particular YouTube channel, smash the like button, and share this particular video with your friends and loved ones, because I believe that it is going to help all of us to become responsible adults, upholding the dignity and the integrity of Africa to the whole world. I salute you, generational thinker, and I can't wait to see you becoming so successful in certain spheres of your life. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.